No, I there was a thing that I wanted to say for this one.
Congratulations on making it to May.
Yeah, well done.
Congratulations for making it to May, guys. You did it. Well, some of you did it. I'm sure some of you haven't made it. And I'm sorry.
Dark.
Yeah, that was real dark.
Super dark. They wouldn't be listening.
Yeah, they wouldn't be. Only their friends and family who are hurt by that would be listening.
They were like, this was, I don't know why, but this was his favourite podcast.
Our thoughts and space prayers go out to you.
Particular space prayers.
Do you have corona?
Do you have corona?
I'm starting to think you might have it, to be honest.
I'm hallucinating. But which means you guys also have it.
Is it difficult?
Yeah, but I'm asymptomatic. It's fine.
Is it difficult to operate your television while you have corona? Well, how about this? It's a Snuggie.
Yeah. Fucking love Snuggies. I've got a Snuggie in my wardrobe right now.
Why would it be difficult to operate your television while you have corona?
Oh.
They're hallucinating. They don't know.
You know how dumb as seen on TV ads are?
My favourite one was Mr. T doing the Flavor Wave. Was still probably the greatest TV ad I've ever seen.
No, never seen it.
The Flavor Wave. It was.
That was a bad Mr. T.
I don't care. It was amazing.
Pity's the fool.
I
pity the fool. Don't have Flavor Wave.
I will show you the full 30-minute presentation. It is amazing.
So long. What even is a Flavor Wave?
It's like it's a halogen air frying oven, pretty much on.
They reviewed one of those and sorted, and apparently it was bad.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Well, it wasn't necessarily bad. It worked as an oven, sort of, but
yeah, it
not
was,
good as an air fryer.
It was kind of like that. They could cook steak in it, which was what they.
Yeah, that's what they tried on. Yeah, sort of.
But I just loved it for Mr. T.
You just made me excited for my bread maker.
Like you can make steak in that.
Yeah.
I probably could.
Do you think you can make cookie dough, cakes?
I can make all sorts of batter stuff.
Scones?
Yes. And I don't have to knead it myself.
Knead this for me.
It would tenderize the steak while cooking. Yeah. That might be good. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know if anyone's tried it.
Or you could tenderize it before you cook it. Just chuck it in there for
I'll speak
20...
to Heston.
Do it.
He'll know.
Chuck it in there for 30 minutes before you cook it, and then let the knead knead it all over.
I'm actually tempted to get a slow cooker now that I'm thinking
I know.
about it.
I'm thinking about ages.
But I feel like it'd be good just to make a big thing of
we used to
stew
do
or something.
casseroles. We would put just chuck a roast lamb, a lamb leg, in there, and let it cook for 8 hours with
There's a lot of really good slow cooker recipes.
And then in the last hour you put in scones and let the scones suck up all the. It was amazing.
I reckon I could make awesome
or in the US biscuits.
Golden dumplings as well in there as well.
Or if you're Alex Schmidt, scoons.
What?
This Alex Schmidt or a different
Alex Schmidt?
Scoons.
Scoons.
I don't
often say scoons.
Do I?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay.
You certainly do.
Just for all those at home, me and Stephen shared a weird look.
You were the closest person next to me. Just go with the bit, man. I feel let down. It's the team environment.
It was such a weird bit that I didn't even recognize it as a bit.
Yeah, it was an odd bit, yeah. I agree.
Have you not been paying attention for the last 9 podcasts? It's all I do.
Stephen. And we're back. This is Yahoo Answers, the show that looks at the collective wisdom of the internet and says, what you talk about, Lewis?
Nice.
My name's Stephen, and with me again, I've got someone on a corner of a table. Oh wait, no, this is an edge. It's Alex.
Hola, mi amigos.
And Jason, he's on an edge as well, but a different one.
That is true, I am. Howdy.
We're all on different edges.
We're just all on edge today. This corona has just got us all on edge.
Yeah.
Ready to pop.
A table edge. So how are we all doing in mid-May? We're all sort of
amazing,
coming
right?
down from the stresses of the coronavirus.
Yep. We're allowed out and about again.
I forgot my
It
brother's
feels
birthday.
good to be out and about.
Yeah, it's great.
I forgot my brother's birthday. Shit.
I forgot my birthday.
Yes, you did.
Much more important.
And for the sort of hellscape that may occur, it's unfortunate we still can't go out after months.
Yeah. I mean, I go out every day, but it's fine.
You got to work. You got to go out.
Did you go out today?
Yeah, I did.
Liar.
I bring the bin in.
No, you. Oh, the recycling?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I brought the bloody rubbish bin in, you dick. I was like, wait, the recycling was still there.
But hopefully things sort of
Yeah. We're in
get
a good
better.
And I'm
for us.
confident they're going to be great. They're going to be great for us, but the rest of the world,
Yeah,
yeah.
things aren't going well for some of them. Spain's getting better.
Is it though?
Well, everyone has it now.
yeah. Same with Sweden. Because Sweden had the same philosophy. Like, let's just do herd immunity. Oh no, we can't cope. Oh no, it's too late.
Yeah. Like people die unnecessarily because the hospital system's fucked. They can't handle the roans.
Like everything happening in America at the moment.
You get people dying of corona, and then you get people that died from not on corona-related things, but who couldn't get treatment because of corona. And I don't know if they count in the death toll at all.
They should.
But
They probably will eventually.
yeah, but I think at the
When
moment
people sort of look into it.
Yeah.
We'll probably get some sort of data on that at a later date.
A very later date.
Yeah.
Because we're only in May, man.
Yeah, we got to get that vaccine first.
Yeah.
And then we can think about
and that's still
not worrying about it and other
They're
data.
still got to
12
get
months
disseminated across the world.
We're still a year and a half from now, I guess. Maybe a year. From May.
A year from May.
Maybe next May, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe next month.
Next May will be all good.
So did everyone enjoy the reference?
I didn't catch a reference.
Was of the what you're talking about, Lewis?
Oh,
yes,
that one, yeah.
Yes.
That was ages ago.
I thought of it this morning, and it's like incredibly obscure. So anyway,
Shall we jump into a question?
Oh, shit,
I feel like these are going to be so bad.
questions.
that's all right. Jason's got some questions for us this week.
Okay.
I hope we get to some more president talk.
I don't.
So because we know so much about the presidents.
Okay,
of the United
I
States.
saw this question today, and I thought someone was spying on me. And I'm just going to apologize to my family in advance, because I saw this happen, and then I covered it up.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, so something
What did
happened
you do?
that you needed to cover up.
Yeah, so let's say my sister told... So the question is,
Okay, yeah.
cat was licking raw chicken. Can we still eat it? I know it's gross, but it's what we're having for Easter lunch. And so
you had a cat that licked raw chicken?
no,
Oh,
it
cat
was
licked.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the question.
It was leaking,
Cat
man.
was
I
cat
heard
was licking. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard leaking. So the cat was leaking raw chicken.
I heard that as well, and I was
Cat
like,
was
what
like-
the
So it's sweating.
Yeah, it's
Excreting
just it's excreting raw
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cat was licking the raw chicken that we're eating for his lunch. But so let's say that my sister went off into her bedroom to do something, and she's like, "Can you watch the roast pork and make sure the cat doesn't get up and do it?" So yeah, sure. But
And
let's
you
say
didn't do it.
I got distracted by watching Glory Road on Disney Plus. Great movie, great streaming service.
Oh, terrible streaming service.
Yeah.
Still
And,
worse.
Choose something else.
I hear a noise, and I
Netflix,
turned,
HBO.
and sure enough, the cat was on the oven, and like was just biting at the side of the roast pork that was sitting, like was drying out in the oven, because we're waiting for the oven to be free.
Okay.
And I run
So
up,
it's just sort of sitting on the stove top sort of thing.
yeah, and then I've jumped up, and I like got the cat away, and I was like, shit. And so I've like got a knife, and I've like cut out like
Yeah.
the bit that she was like eating, and then I've got like some paper towel, and I've like put it under hot water, and I've like, rubbed it down, and I was like, that's good enough.
You should have got a disinfectant wipe.
And I didn't, and then she cooked it, and I just, I didn't eat the roast pork, but I didn't tell anyone else what had happened to it. And I was like, and people were like, oh, the roast, like, where the roast pork was good. And I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just have the lamb and the chicken. It's fine.
You keep that shit to yourself.
So, would you guys throw it away, or would you guys
So
eat it?
what's their question specifically?
So it was like, cat was licking raw chicken. Can we still eat it? I know it's gross, but this is what we're having for Easter lunch.
Okay. Can we still eat it?
I mean, yes, you can.
I don't know what sort of cat germs there are.
No.
I mean, you can get coronavirus now from cats, so...
Some cats.
Tigers.
Some big old cats. Well, if you bought a tiger after watching Tiger King for a couple of grand,
It's like
like-
2000, remember?
like
they're only
Don-
like $2,000.
Like Don
so-
Jr.
Yeah. He's probably got this problem where a tiger licked his
Screw.
roast chicken. He probably put the skin of the roast chicken on his balls.
Yeah.
And let the tiger lick it off.
And then cooked it and ate it.
Yeah, he probably did. He's a weirdo. yeah, if you'd done that, that's probably not a good idea that you eat it now that the big cat's licked it.
Yeah.
But if it's a domestic cat,
I mean, I don't think they're probably better off than us in terms of germs in their mouths.
Okay.
Same thing with dogs. They both have less germy mouths than us.
Okay. But are they like different germs that we might not want?
I'm
don't
sure,
think so.
like, you can get, like, toxic plasmosis and stuff from cats and all that.
But I
That's
wouldn't
the mind
expect
control stuff.
I wouldn't
isn't it?
expect any germs to survive a cooking process anyway.
Yeah, I'm
So-
thinking that as well
Yeah. But also, it's not my problem.
because you
It's
didn't
my
eat it.
family. yeah.
But this guy's
Yeah.
I mean,
All the answers was just like wash it thoroughly, and all that, and then cook it. The heating process, the cooking process should kill everything. One person was just like, chuck it out, you disgust me. But
I think if you can, like you did, cut and remove,
yeah,
and then cook.
and then tell nobody.
Tell nobody specifically. But then they're like, why is like part of the chicken cut out before you cooked it?
Yeah.
That's to get the heat in.
To infuse the flavors.
Yeah. I cut that bit out so I could get the
Yeah.
butter into the meat itself.
Get the butter into the meat.
I think you can cut it out and cook it and it'll be fine. What I would do probably was I would pick it up and then throw it away.
It's closer to the bin.
and yeah, it's close to the bin than the oven. And go out and get another chicken, which is dangerous at a month ago.
Yeah.
Would have been dangerous a month ago.
Yeah.
To go out and get. We're in May now.
Or maybe
so-
more dangerous now. We never know.
Yeah.
No, we do know it's fine.
We'll record two versions of it.
No, I'm just going to go along with the fact that we think it's great now. In May.
It's
Why?
We're just being optimistic, all right?
Yeah. We like here in Australia, we're down to like low tens.
We
Not
got
in the teens, but we're in low tens.
zeros here.
Yeah, in the state. Yeah, we are. We're on a couple of noughts. We've finally
We've done the Don Brabham and we're officially off from 2 noughts.
Yeah, we've finally got to the stage where we can put numbers on the board of days since coronavirus cases.
Yeah.
Remember, we have to work up to a month of no coronavirus cases in the state before they let things open. So
hopefully we're sort of getting we're hopefully at that stage now.
yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully there hasn't. Well, no, I'm just going to say it. There hasn't been a coronavirus case in a month.
In a month.
So we're opening up now.
Guess what, guys? It's been 31 days. Get it open, guys.
Well, it's been 28 days.
28 days later.
Zombies.
So that's good.
Yep.
I think we did solve that question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just tell nobody and
Tell
make
nobody.
it sure.
Just
like,
clean it the best you
nothing's
can and still cook it. It should be fine.
Yep.
Unless you're Steven, then throw it out.
Clean it. Get rid of the tainted meat.
I've actually had that happen before, but with cooked food, and then I throw the whole lot out.
Yeah, that's tricky. Yeah.
I was just like, I had finished warming it up. I walked away for a bit and came back and saw a cat licking it. And I was just like, this is going in the bin now.
If I knew the lyrics to "Tainted Love," I
Yeah.
would change them to mean tainted meat.
yeah. And play it while people are like eating their dinner.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let them eat the pork for like 10 minutes.
And then just
from underneath the table, pull out a guitar and start playing Tainted Meat. So what actual question would you like to ask?
Okay.
Is it corona related?
It is not.
Okay, cool.
Not yet.
Cool.
Is it wrong to ask for a prenup? My GF and I think we're getting married, and I love her, and it's a step I'm ready to take. However, we're both 30 and 33 years of age, respectively. And who's to say by the time we are 60 or 66, these feelings will be as strong as they were now? I don't want to sound stupid or selfish, but I have worked really hard for everything that I have.
Yep.
In my life.
There were a lot of ellipses there. ... In my life. ...
I fought to get my first job, and I fought to get into college. I fought to start my own business, and I'm not going to willing to risk losing it. I built my business from the ground up to where it is now, and I have plans for the future. Now I'm willing to give half go halves on a house and certain things, but I'm not willing to risk my business or accompanying assets that I worked my whole life to get. I wasn't born with this. I know it sounds selfish and arrogant, but my soon wife-to-be wants us to follow the law and split things 50-50. But that means everything that we've happened between us, I lose and she gains. Now I know most of you are thinking that when we get married, you think you get divorced, and that's not what I mean. However, I know it's a possibility, but I don't buy into what's mine is ours philosophy that has conned many before me. My argument is protecting my assets. Her argument is that if you love me, you'd risk them.
I don't like that, but
My counter is that if you love me, you don't need my assets. Anyway, I just wanted to get some outside perspective before we all go gung-ho on this.
okay.
So, should he get a prenup? Do you mind getting a prenup?
Stephen, you can go first on this one.
Do you want me to go first?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to send you the question so you can read
So he's saying prenup.
Yeah. He wants to protect his outside assets, but he's willing to go 50-50 on the house and all that. But like he wants to keep his business and the business assets outside of that.
So he wants to enter this relationship, and everything during the relationship is going to be 50-50 from now on.
Yeah.
And everything before it is all his.
Yeah.
And
there is no sort of his and hers, and there's no sort of looking forward to creating a relationship together that is financially tied together because you are sort of living a life and producing sort of this life together. I want to say he's from America because he used the word prenup, but even here people use the word prenup. And
just as a general
what's
sense.
it called here?
It's called a binding financial agreement.
Yeah.
I feel like prenups more rolls off the tongue easier. You know?
Well, the prenuptial agreement.
Yeah.
And binding financial agreements that exist as a prenuptial agreement in this country don't tend to remain enforceable when there is a breakup. Just as a sort of general rule, you can have one and it might, work out. But however, often relationships change the longer it goes.
Yeah.
And
It's harder to define what was his before and what was after.
there are people who start off with things and as it goes on, it gets sort of melded together in this pool of stuff, and it's harder to pull apart later on. So I'm just assuming he's from America, so I don't know how the actual law would work there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure prenups are more contractually binding there.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
There's a good chance of that.
But do you think getting a prenup is a sign that he's not committed to his marriage? Is what his missus is saying?
I don't like her argument.
Yeah.
It felt wrong when you said it.
Yeah.
What did she say again?
She said that if you love me, you would risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
No, it's like, the risk it is weird to me.
So she wants a proper marriage where like everything is shared, and he was like, I'm fine with that, but I want to keep my business assets separate from the marriage because I worked hard separately for it.
That's right. Her phrasing of it makes it appear like in the future they might break up and then she would have some of it. So you have to risk it that I could have that.
Yeah.
Is my issue with her statement.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the gist that you say no prenup.
No, yeah, he'd say he doesn't care about prenups. He just doesn't like her argument about why she shouldn't get a prenup.
My opinion. Whether they should or shouldn't. I don't think they should, no.
Yeah, I got that from your whole conversation.
I don't think they should be in a relationship in any way.
I feel like that's always your answer.
It does tend to be, doesn't it? I don't want anyone to be in a relationship ever.
Mm-hmm. You're such a Debbie Downer.
He doesn't seem to want a relationship with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to want some other thing that exists. Maybe it's a friends with benefits kind of style that's a little bit romantic, but it's not a relationship together with a view of like a lifetime relationship.
Yeah.
That involves this combining of assets to a future goal that is the two of you together. So I don't think that relationship should be a thing at all. he should never ever enter a relationship ever.
You think it's him? He's just like,
And I don't think she should enter a relationship either. Ever.
You got to risk it, man. Got to risk it for the biscuit.
I think her statements are maybe sort of offhand, and she's not actually meaning like, you know, the assets will be mine when we break up. I don't think that's her. Like, I've inferred that from his version of things, but I think she sort of said that offhand as a sort of back and forth argument.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you think things as an argument but without meaning the intricacies of what that argument suggests.
You say it before you think about it.
Yeah.
Which is my life.
Yeah.
So
your brain's always moving faster than your mouth is.
So she might be a fine person to enter relationships with, but
No, my mouth is moving faster than my brain is.
Yeah, probably.
I understand wanting to keep assets that you've built up, but a relationship is more than that.
Yeah.
I think.
Like assets.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence with this one, to be honest. I can kind of understand wanting to keep a business separate from the relationship at all, but I don't know. It's sort of could go both ways for me. Depends on the situation. And this one depends on how. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you really think it's going to go for the long haul, then don't worry about it. But I've heard of people that have actually probably been fucked by this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
People just break up a year down the line, and then all of a sudden the other person's got half of their house that they didn't pay for. So
that feels super weird to me.
Yeah.
Based on my understanding of things, but
I don't know how the law works, but apparently that did actually happen.
Yeah, it may have.
It also happened to my granddad.
Like, I don't know what the intricacies of that are, but generally, if it's like a short relationship where funds aren't
transferred and
like melded together into this sort of thing, it's much easier to, like, it hasn't been diluted and shifted and transformed all the way through that you can basically pull out what you put in.
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with the fact that if you live together in the same house and you're married, there's some weird thing to do with that. I'm not entirely sure how it works.
Sure. I could explain all of the steps, but I don't want to.
I'm trying to not be a lawyer. This is why I run a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that actually did happen to my granddad with his now ex-wife. That she ended up getting like 70% of a house.
How long were they together?
They were together for, well, I mean, I think they were married for like quite a long time, but they'd separated like 10 years prior. And then all of a sudden she wanted to move to Victoria, so she was like, we're getting a divorce. And just took half of one of the houses that she didn't really pay for.
Okay. She took one of them.
Well, they sold the house and then she took half of the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was in Saddleworth, so it wasn't worth much anyway. But
I mean, that's another thing.
I mean, it wasn't worth much then, but now
it was just really weird the way it all set out, because she was living like rent free in a house for like 10 years while they were separated. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's an argument too.
Yeah, it just felt like she took advantage of the situation, but at the same time, it was probably the law.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is.
But she essentially sued my granddad to take more than half, and she ended up getting 70 or 60% or something.
If there's like less money there, the chances of the percentage being greater is more likely.
Yeah, not that much money anyway.
Yeah. If it's like if there's millions of dollars and you split that 50-50, that's like still millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Either way. But if it's like $50,000, split that 50-50 might not be a fair amount. You know?
Yeah.
I say, like, you should be willing to share. So if you're not in that, like if you're going into a marriage, like, you should be willing to like share, and like if you're not willing to do that, like,
we need to take this back to basic principles.
Yeah.
In the playground, you need to share your toys.
Sharing is good. Like, I get you want to protect your assets and stuff. Like, if you want this person to be a part of your life, I think you should be willing to open up your whole life to her. Like, it's all about.
You're saying he should risk it.
I think like
Risk it
that's
for the biscuit.
Like that's his own ultimate decision. If he's willing, like if he trusts and is willing to do that, like risk it. But if you think you got that doubt, maybe look like maybe this isn't going to work out, and this is not the step I want to take at this time.
I don't like the phrasing of risk it, but yes.
Yeah, I don't mean like risk it, but like like if you think this is a step I want to take, then open up. But like if you have doubts, then that doubt is only going to increase over time.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be destructive in the long term.
It's not about risking
Yeah.
what you have. It's about putting what you have into this relationship.
Yeah.
So should he get a prenup?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Do what you fucking want.
Speak to a real lawyer. What are you going? Why are you on Yahoo Answers?
Go to a lawyer.
legal advice.
That's what like half the answers are. It's just like go see a lawyer.
Yeah. They'll tell you what's going to happen in your particular jurisdiction, and they'll figure it out.
It's 50% go see a lawyer, 25% she's a gold digger, or 25% just
You're a wanker.
You're a commitment phone.
You guys ready for the next question?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not.
You wanna bounce back, or you just never want to? You don't want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I don't wanna
You're
hear him.
anxious.
I don't want to hear him.
Okay.
Do you have anxiety about
I have
questions?
I have anxiety about how he's going to deliver the question.
Look, guys, this is going to be 100% solid.
It's written on his dick.
It's going to be 100% solid. Just think, let's
Delivered vaginally.
listen back to
Oh God.
Will Australia ever reimburse UK for building their country? You probably don't realise this.
Good question. Good question.
It's a funny
You
question.
probably don't realise how expensive colonisation actually is. For the first fleet alone cost £84,000, which is over £10 million today. The total investment the UK made in Australia was near £1 trillion. Are you guys ever going to pay us back for that?
Okay.
That's so stupid.
Are we ever gonna pay him back again?
Are they ever going to pay us for harbouring their criminals?
Yeah, we provided a service and you paid
We were
for that
providing a
service.
free service. Well, the native people were providing a free service.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's an issue as well.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I don't think we can cover this on a comedy podcast.
That's funny, Stephen. You said it was a comedy podcast.
Ambitious. Pretty arrogant, thinking you're funny.
I'd just say we're just a bunch of people talking in a room. It's not even a podcast, really.
Nah. Not according to my university.
Like, I would give the Queen a $5 any day of the week.
I wouldn't.
She's on it.
If I saw the Queen, I'd be asking for a $5, to be honest.
I'd happily do a $5 job for the Queen.
Yeah.
If she signed up to $5, got onto my page and asked me to proofread a speech for her, happy to do a $5 job.
I was thinking for the job, like a hand job or a head job.
I mean, I'm happy to do a hand job for the Queen for a $5.
That'd be interesting.
I'd
do it. Definitely.
I think $5 should invest in a sort of prostitution version of their service.
Yeah, definitely.
Just give us a call, $5. Not over the podcast because it's probably illegal in most countries. But
What, prostitution? Or calling us?
probably,
That's illegal.
Probably both, actually.
You could spread the Rona that way.
That's true. It should be legal everywhere, though.
Stephen's been very dry.
I don't.
What?
I have. I've been very dry.
You should
In
get
all
that like
senses
that.
of the words.
Vaginally.
Vaginally, I'm very dry.
You should get that checked out.
I have a dry spell.
Yep.
And my delivery is dry. But I think prostitution should be legal everywhere.
People do what they want.
It's just adults doing, consensual acts for money. That's fine. It should be fine.
Yeah, I don't give two shits about it, to be honest. Like if people want
I
to
have no moral qualms with prostitution at all. And those that do
Okay.
are on a longer dry spell than I. We're not paying you back, UK.
Fuck off, UK.
Come and get it yourself.
We housed you criminals. Yeah. Invade us and take it from our cold, dead hands.
Yeah, do it, bitches.
You fucks. You want hard borders? Stay out of our country.
You guys ready for the next question?
No.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What's going to happen when my package arrives?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 17.
You get into a porn movie.
Yeah.
I'm 17 and I
Was it
ordered
my dick?
It was. I'm 17 and I ordered a big 24-inch computer. I'm guessing it's the like the Max, which is like the computer screen, which is like the computer.
Did you say big?
A big 24-inch computer.
24 inches is fucking tiny. Anyway, continue.
This might be an old question. This is like 2009, and it's like a massive screen.
But so mine's 34 inches.
A computer without permission from my parents, and I used their credit card.
Oh, fuck.
And I went to my grandparents today to spend time with her. My grandma today, to spend time with her.
You should be doing that with the Roans.
And I checked tracking, and apparently the computer's coming today. Back at home where my parents are. I didn't know FedEx delivers on Easter, so now I'm scared that my parents will get it before I do. What do I do?
Is it sent to him?
Yeah, so it's good.
Then you sue them if they open it.
You are fucked.
But you should be opening my fucking mail, bitch.
But even if they don't open it, they might be like dumb. But they might also be like detectives. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, this is from this thing. I can check my credit card statement.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where it's from. Here's what it is.
Yeah, like they might not be sus until they see a big package for their son. Like, the fuck? How do you for that?
Bold to go and buy a whole computer on your parents' credit card as well.
Yeah,
it's very bold.
Yeah.
Thousands of... you're saying it... You suggest it might be an all-in-one Mac sort of thing. So this is like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Those are not cheap.
No. And I'm going to guess... he's at his grandma, so really he could just hide out there for a bit.
Again, he shouldn't be.
And if
this time,
if he got there,
particularly in America, right?
It was only
It's
posted.
America.
It was only posted 14 hours ago.
Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't be spending time with your grandparents at the moment.
Yeah, it was pretty recent, I guess. Yeah.
In America, I mean, here it's probably not too bad.
It might be in one of those counties that did it right and
they might be safe now.
shut down everything, built a dome even.
That's the
Maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's the safest place to be right now.
it's probably
The
in New
dome.
York.
They looked at Stephen King's Under the Dome. And they're like, this is the plan for the Roans.
It's a good plan.
Build the dome.
Or the Simpsons episode with the dome. I mean, movie.
So like, they have like this farmland that like opened up like a giant claw sort of thing, and then out came a crane and dropped the dome on top of them.
Okay, why not just go wherever the dome came from?
No, well, they needed to stay where all the stuff was.
Is this in the book?
The dome.
or-
What?
Is this in the book?
This is in real life where this guy lives.
Ah, okay.
And so,
Come on, Beb, to keep up.
and like, there's a little hole in the top for Amazon drones to get through
Okay.
to deliver parcels.
Because you can't live
And a
without-
disinfectant spray on the way through.
Yeah, yeah. I think he should have used the credit card more.
to hide it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Because you think
He
like
should have got a post office box.
yeah, yep.
So that it would deliver to the post office box.
Oh, yep.
So that he could pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he could lie and say it was a gift, or that he'd won it, or something else. And he had to go pick it up.
He's not a very good liar at this point, by the looks of it.
I think he's a young teenager who has no morals. And so he's dumb and doesn't understand how to play this game.
Yes.
Stephen, on the other hand, has done much practice.
He's ordered so many things on his parents' credit cards.
So many. You put the planning, you do the planning phase right,
like-
and then you don't have to think ahead.
Like
you don't
you
have to
start
run
when you're
on your feet.
Like
think on your feet.
you're okay. At 17, I'm gonna use the credit card, but you start laying on the groundwork at 15. You're like, okay, I'm gonna start this.
2 years prior.
Yeah.
It's the long game.
And then you start buying stuff for your mum and dad. Like, oh, do you mind if I buy stuff on your credit card for you guys? It's gifts. And you're like, oh, absolutely. Oh, and so like, you transact.
I would not agree to that personally.
I'm gonna guess like they're somewhat wealthy. Okay, if they trust in that, if he's got the credit.
I think that's also a very American thing.
Yeah.
To let the kids have the credit
Yeah.
card for emergencies.
Yeah.
I never had a credit card.
No, neither do I.
No.
I still don't have a credit card. Never have.
Never had a credit card. Yeah.
I don't trust myself with a credit card.
My parents have given me the credit card to go buy them something or something, but
He
about
should have been embezzling. He should have said. He should have invented this subscription service that the money would go into. So he would actually log in and
porn site.
and like put in the details for this thing, and he'd just keep paying it out. And when they looked at the credit card, they were just like, it's just one of these
The
subscription
monthly
things.
installments, yeah.
And like people forget about those.
Yep.
That's the thing about subscriptions. You get them to sign up for free trial, and then people forget about
I've still got Xbox Live. Not Xbox Live. Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
I found out from like 6 months ago. I just randomly looked at my account. I was like, why did $4.95 come out?
You know, I've got the same thing. Like, I was paying Xbox Gold up until when I changed my credit card, my not my credit card, like my bank card, until like last year.
It just bounced. You didn't cancel
I didn't cancel it. It just bounced. And I was like, oh yeah. And I looked back at it and I was like, Xbox Gold came out every 3 months for the last like 10 years.
So he could have invented some sort of subscription service to embezzle his parents.
Yep.
Got that monthly.
And there wouldn't be this large sum that came out randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That he could
I am legit, genuinely curious how he thought this was going to go.
yeah. Oh no, he thought he
Like,
was...
even if he was there for it, like, did he think they weren't ever going to check? Like, oh fuck, there's a lot to pay off on the credit card this month.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Or like they're
He
not
got
going to...
this big package he's carrying upstairs. They've now gone into his room. He has a new computer somehow.
And like they can look at the transaction history on the credit card.
Like, this is never going to work
No.
unless you put all these plans into place, like
Yeah.
embezzle.
I mean, we have been talking about how he fucked up
Mm-hmm.
and how he could have done it better next time.
What was his actual question?
But his issue,
he was like,
his
what do
issue
I
is
do now?
what does he do now?
okay, his what he does now is just flee the state.
Yeah, like I think that like
Flee the state and don't come back.
like he's
Get
the
an
credit-
Uber.
take
on
the
your
credit
parents'
card.
credit card.
Take as much out as possible and then just
so
never
he's,
come back.
he's already
Throw it away.
he's already at his grandma's
Run to
visiting
Canada.
her. He's already at
Yep.
his grandma's visiting her. So maybe he already has a car. So he doesn't even have to. He can just drive away, and he's probably still got the credit card information. So he can use his mum's and
Probably still has the credit card.
yeah, he can keep using that until they cancel it. He's already
No,
fucked
but,
up.
you don't want to leave a trail of where you're going. That's what I'm saying. You just
you
withdraw
wanna
as much
withdraw
money
money
as possible
cash.
and then just get rid of the card.
Yeah.
Cash is not
And
traceable.
then don't get rid of it. Yeah, like give it to someone else so they can go. They'll be going in an opposite direction using that. Like, oh yeah, but you're in the opposite direction, and so they're spending their way.
I wouldn't want to fuck my parents that much, to be honest.
They're not your parents anymore. They're nothing to you.
They're hunting you.
Yeah. They're not your family anymore. They're the enemy, and that's how you gotta think of it. Like if they catch
become
you,
the hunted.
if they catch you, you're dead. So
Basically.
Go to Niagara Falls.
Good as.
yeah, you gotta flee to Canada. You gotta start a new life. Maybe get some new parents.
Saskatchewan.
It's Saskatchewan.
How's your grandparents' relationship with your parents?
So let's turn them against each other.
That's correct. Like if your grandparents like you better than they like your parents, you can come clean to your grandparents, and they'll clean it up for you.
Oh, he was just buying it for me. I thought I gave him my credit card. He must have taken yours by mistake, love.
They might be like a rich grandparents, and they'll just be like,
They'll pay it off.
"Yeah, I told him to just buy it. I didn't know he was going to use your credit card. I just told him to buy it, and we'd pay for it back." So
Yeah, you just wait for the grandparents to walk into the room and you be crying. just think about what's
emotional
going.
manipulation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then just be absolutely freaking out about how this is going to work. And then they'll sort it all out for you.
Yeah. Although they might like your parents and not trust you because you embezzle money.
Though he was visiting his grandparents alone, so maybe there's already
Well, that was safer because of the runs.
yeah, but maybe there's already mistrust in the relationship, and he can
With the
exploit
parents.
with the parents, and he can exploit that.
Maybe the parents specifically sent him to the grandparents because they knew it was coming already.
They got access.
They
to
had the tracking.
Yes, they had the tracking. They specifically sent him away. So
He's
they
actually he's ordered it.
They're going to get it. They're going to fill in the return slip and just send it back.
Because like he's actually used
No,
like
what's going to happen is he's going to come home and
Yep.
his dad's just going to be sitting on the computer in the lounge room.
because like he's
Be like, look, we got a free computer.
because like he's probably
buying me a new computer.
like because he's using their credit card. He's probably using their family like Amazon account, and so they've just looked up their transaction history.
It was probably so terribly hidden.
The dad just like,
Might
oh.
be the worst criminal.
He's just like comes in, like the son comes in, and he's like, hey, I don't know his name, Sam probably. Hey Sam, check out my new computer.
Yeah.
You can
It's
have
like,
my.
there's a new family computer now. They were like, oh, like they were talking about it, the like parents between them, not like involving the kids in the financial decisions. But they're just like, oh, we should buy a new computer sometime. It's getting pretty old. Sam's getting into his like high school. He's going to need, computers and stuff, and he doesn't really have one in his room. We should get like a family computer. And then it just pops up on his Amazon account, and he's like, well, done. Easy.
Maybe the dad thought the mum had purchased it.
Yeah.
Oh, turn your mum and dad against each other.
Depending on their relationship, are they going to trust each other over you?
Get them a divorce.
I definitely would. I don't trust children as far as I can throw them.
Neither do I.
And I'm not allowed to throw them very far.
Whoa.
Have we fixed this yet?
Yep.
It doesn't feel like...
We told him what to do. We told him what he should have done.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything more to say.
Yeah.
I think there's one scenario that we didn't cover yet. And that's him royally getting fucked.
By his parents.
Yes. Like, you're basically screwed.
Yep.
If you can't get a grown-up to fix this for you, you're...
Like, he needs to do the old Eric Cartman and just walk in with Macca's and be like, here you go.
I think, you need to come clean to your parents, apologize. You may need to return this computer.
Oh no, I was going to go with giving them dinner and then be like, look, I thought I'd feed you before you fucked me.
Yeah. I'd like to be one and done before I get fucked.
The thing is, they also purchased this meal that you're giving them with their credit card. This is a lesson to learn.
Don't be this kid.
Yeah.
This is something
I don't know if you're going to get to keep this computer.
No.
Depending on how wealthy your parents are. Somehow he thought this was going to be fine because he doesn't have the capacity to recognize what it begins with a C.
A cunt he is.
Yeah, what a cunt he is. It's not what I meant.
He's just a cunt.
What consequences are.
I liked mine better.
Yeah. He doesn't understand the consequences.
Yes. Well, I think we fixed that situation.
Yeah, I think we thoroughly covered every permutation of any event that could occur to that
How do you
boy.
guys feel about fixing another situation? Okay, last question. I'm sorry. By law, who is required to take custody of the puppy?
Why did you say sorry? You said sorry to me because you were going to say the words by law, Wayne.
Yes, but also because of the last question we said the last question.
Yeah, whatever.
By law, who is required to take custody of the puppy?
Going straight to the lawyer, right?
So my pit bull raped my neighbour's dog.
What?
Now she's pregnant.
Oh, fuck.
The neighbour is saying that it's my fault for not getting my pit bull castrated and refuses to keep the puppy. I don't want the pup either. Should we just set it off into the wild?
No, you shouldn't set it off into the wild.
Well, really, it's both your faults. You should get your dogs neutered. Both of you should get your dogs neutered.
I think you can put it up for adoption.
Yeah. You could sell it.
See if her family member wants it.
Do what you do with a child.
Sell it.
Sell it.
Give it to your grandma and just walk away.
Put it up for adoption. See if a family member will be able to look after it. Abort it.
Just find the nicest family in the neighborhood and just put it in their house and run away.
Put it on the front door in the basket and be like...
Because you just know that they'll
too bad to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. They'll figure out something to do with it.
Yeah. That's what 101 Dalmatians. They were the nicest family.
Yeah.
And people just kept dropping dogs there. They weren't puppies of this. They weren't all puppies of this one couple of dogs. There were just other people with Dalmatians that other dog had raped on the street. They were just like, well, it came from there. Drop it off.
It's such a weird way of describing dog sex.
Yeah, it is.
Rape.
Yeah.
I'm not sure many dog sexes are really consensual because I don't know if they can
most
give...
animal.
Yeah, they don't really give... I mean, I have seen what female dogs are like when they're thirsty, but still.
They are thirsty. Could do with a thirst-crushing solo for sure.
Why was that hilarious?
Is that what we should use as a euphemism for masturbation?
What?
A thirst-crushing solo.
Yeah, sure, definitely. The more I thought about it, I was like, yes, that's fucking good.
It works on so many levels. Yeah, but like animals just do what animals do.
They sex one another.
Yeah, by instinct, and
Like, I don't think the owner wanted her dog to get pregnant.
so many animals' penises have like barbs to like
make it
prevent them
hurtful,
getting
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
They're built for
Like,
raping.
pigs is literally like a spiral. Like,
I've literally seen two dogs attached to each other
Yeah.
because they couldn't get away from each other after sexual intercourse,
Exactly.
which then produced puppies.
I think, yeah, put it up for adoption.
I
You should have
honestly
got...
think it's the female dog's owner.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because they can't guarantee that it actually came from your dog.
That is true.
Unless they DNA tested,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Where's the Maury Povich of dogs?
We should...
You are not the father.
But yeah, I think she should have got a dog neutered. He should have got a dog neutered. They're both at blame here. Don't set it to the wild because
That's
that's
true.
a bad
He did not
idea.
They should
Sex
cut the
his
dog in
dog.
half and take half each.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Good old King Solomon over here.
Yeah. That's such a dumb fable as well.
So stupid.
She wouldn't cut her son up. She gets it all now.
Like, what idiot on the other side was like, yeah, I'll take half a baby.
Yeah, like what the
I was just gonna eat it anyway.
I mean, I think his logic was sound, but for a different reason. Like, this person is too dumb. Even if they were the real mother, this person is too dumb to have this baby.
She shouldn't be in charge of a dog,
He was right to give it to the other woman.
even if she wasn't a real mum. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're trying to force someone by law to take this dog, speak to a lawyer in your area.
Also-
But you've got common sense options of going to a vet. Maybe
take it to a rescue.
maybe taking an abortion of the puppy because you
Wait,
you
is the
can't
puppy
look
not been had yet?
No, it's still.
you're just saying.
But it normally pet vets won't do that after set. So depending on how long.
that's true of humans.
No,
They won't do it after a certain period of time.
Also with cats.
Yeah, and also all
Everything.
animals.
All animals, man.
But yeah,
I think we take some sort of view that after a certain amount of time, there's this sort of life form that we shouldn't kill. So yeah, there's possibly that option if you can go to a vet,
And
speak to him, maybe you can avoid it. Yeah, adoption.
if you're desperate and you do end up having it, just look for the biggest, richest family in the street. Put it in.
Not the richest.
You want to make sure it's taken care of.
No, because they might just kill it or something.
Why would they kill it?
I don't
Like
like.
bought?
Rich people aren't necessarily good people, man.
That's almost.
The
Indisputably,
nicest-
the opposite is
Yes,
is the truth.
almost exactly.
the nicest, richest, middle income family on the street.
Just the nicest people, man.
Put
As
it
long
in
as
a-
they're not like
put
too
it-
poor to be able to look after a dog for a short
put it
while
in a
time.
basket, press the doorbell, and run away. Put it on their
Go to a
porch.
church. Put it in a basket at the foot of a church door. Knock 3 times and run away.
Then they can have a church dog. Yeah, that sounds fun.
The parish can look up.
It worked on Meet the Robinsons.
I don't like this abandonment that you seem to be pushing. But nevertheless,
I really didn't like the idea of letting it out into the wild.
Yes.
That's-
I mean that's
sounds-
virtually what you do. Like you're leaving it at the door of somebody you don't really know.
I was joking, Stephen.
I mean he's not.
I was saying he should do that, but really, he should just take care of the fucking dog.
He should have neutered his dog.
And then put it up for adoption or something if you don't want it. Just take care of it in the early hours. I mean, actually, really, it probably should be her that takes care of it because the mum will want to take care of it. But still, someone take care of the damn dog and put it up for adoption.
Now, I just want to clarify that for those people who think I meant to say Willis at the beginning,
He did not. Fucking hell.
I did mean Lewis, and it is such a deep cut of Australia's brainiest show. So, for those that have seen that show and remember that exact question, have fun.
I don't know
Is that
what
the-
show you're talking about.
You don't remember like Australia's brainiest kid, and then there was like Australia's brainiest cricket player or something.
Yep.
And there was like a series of them, and I think this was Australia's brainiest newsreader or something.
Okay.
And or comedian, I don't know. And they said, what was the catchphrase of, I can't remember the character in that show. And she was like, what
No.
you talk about, Lewis? Willis!
It sounds like
Fuck! I mean, this was in 2005, maybe?
Sandra Sully.
Such a long time ago.
Yeah.
How do you remember this? What is wrong with your brain?
It's just one of the things that I remember. Like, I think me and my brother used to say it to each other.
That's like
It was
that's like
just-
when we were starting high school.
It was one of the things that we picked up. Yeah. It was one of the things we picked up to say to each other. And so, yeah, that's been in my memory forever. No, bingo! All right. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye, everybody.